Are you a winner or are you a loser? Are you somebody who fails or are you someone who succeeds? And how can you turn a failure, because we're all going to have them, into a win? You might have heard this stuff before, but you're going to hear from a different perspective about how to make that shift. I know you're going to love the show.
Cowboy.
Welcome to a daily dose of greatness quest with your host, Trevor Crane, my daddy. He's going to help you take your life and business to the next level.
Here I come to save the day.
Trevor Crane here, 11-time #1 best-selling author and the founder of Epic Author Publishing, coming to you live every day so you can plug in every day to build your ideal business so you can live your ideal life.
If my daddy can do it, then anybody can do it because he's a weirdo.
You're supposed to make me sound cool.
Okay, so when I was a little kid, my dad used to say, to get me to do anything, it was always a race. I don't know if this was the same thing for you. It certainly has been for my daughter. Like, if I want her to do something, I'm like, on your marks, get set, go, and we race. And I play this game with kids all the time. But I think that adults are just big kids. And I don't know about you, but I like to win. When I was at the singles bar and I was trying to pick up a chick, I liked it when they said yes. I didn't like it when they said no. And by the way, I don't know if I ever really successfully picked anybody up at the singles bar. but when I played sports, I loved to win. Who the hell doesn't love to win? Like, I loved winning in soccer. I would do just about anything when I was playing a team sport. I would die. I would put my life on the line to try to make sure that we won. But let's face it, there's a significant amount of times in life when we fail. And what's the adult sport of choice? I mean, I think today it's entrepreneurship. And are you winning or are you losing in entrepreneurship? Are you winning or are you losing when you're making a sale? Now, in the past, I used to get happy when I won and sad when I lost. I used to celebrate when I won. Yay, look at me. I just came first place. Our team just got first place. We beat the other team. When I got a sale, and I'm talking to a client, and I'm like, yay, they bought my thing. Whether I was selling an energy drink, which I sold for a while, I sold millions of dollars of energy drink, $1 at a time, if you believe it. It was a healthy energy drink with a network marketing company. And I would get happy when we won and happy when I was the best and sad when somebody didn't want to buy my product or join my business. And then I did the same thing in sports. I did the same thing when I started selling my own coaching and consulting. I did the same thing when I sold water sports and parasailing. Yay, they bought something from me. No, they didn't. But what a drama of an emotional roller coaster. And so it took me a while to learn that I could start to transform the meaning of what it meant to fail. Because here's what I found. Sometimes I would get lucky and make a sale, or I'd win the game. It didn't necessarily mean I was playing at my top. I'm sure you probably played a game sometime and won when you weren't playing at your best. And yet we celebrate and we party. I know that after a big win, we party. And when we're adults, we party with alcohol typically. And what happens? We get drunk. We're all proud of ourselves. We pat ourselves on the back. Yeah, man, I got that sale. Look at me. I'm so cool. Look at my amazing process. This product is awesome. I am awesome. Let's celebrate. Cheers to me. And that is a win. So here's what happened, though, is when you get drunk. A buddy of mine, when I was running track in high school, was the fastest white guy in Arizona. His name was Jim Howard, and man, this kid was lickety-split fast. Holy cow. I mean, he just killed it. He was a good friend of mine, and we ran track together, and I was fast, but he was like grease lightning. He was seriously fast. And after he won our state competition, I mean, he just would up his game no matter who he raced against. And he won against the fastest kid in the state at that stage, and he went to nationals. And he was so confident and so proud and so happy about what he was doing. This son of a bitch sabotaged his success massively. He went out, he was on full ride athletic scholarships because he'd done so well in track and field, and they wanted him to play football. If you were a coach in college, you wanted this kid to come play for your team. Like, he just looked like he was unstoppable. Except he stopped himself by going out and getting partying and getting drunk the night before nationals, and he came in last place. When we party, when we succeed, we tend to party. And I've said this before on another podcast, but I think it's relevant to bring back up here. When you fail, See, in the past, I used to get depressed. Oh no, what's wrong with me? Why did I fail? But here's what happens when we fail, and you're going to fail at a million things in life. My daughter does not like to try any new sports because she doesn't want to learn anything new, or she doesn't want to be, that's not true. She doesn't want to be bad at the new thing that she starts. So we just went wakeboarding for the first time with some of her girlfriends, and the other two girls went first and second. My daughter was hesitant. She went last. She was scared she wasn't going to be as good as the other kids, and she did really well. So guess what? She wants to do more wakeboarding. She's like, oh my God, that's the greatest thing in the world. Now, she was scared to death to do it. But then because she found that she had a natural aptitude, or she just got lucky, she's thinking, damn, this is my sport. And, adults do this all the time. We are scared of sales. We're scared of marketing. We're scared of generating leads. We're scared of calling somebody on the phone. We're scared to put our necks out there. We're scared to set the big goal. We're scared. We're scared of that failure. And the challenge with that is that we don't push ourselves to our biggest greatness. I believe that our greatest gifts are not given to us wrapped in paper. Our greatest gifts are given to us oftentimes through the challenges we face, the hardships that we go up against, the failures that we have. When you fail, you have two choices. You can get upset when you get a no. You can get upset when you don't get the job. You can get mad and upset and mad and whatever it is for you. And it can be the worst thing in the world. When something happens and it's bad, you're the one that gives it that title. You're just like, this happened and it means that it was bad. This happens and it means I suck. I filed a bankruptcy and it means I'm a loser. These things happen. They happened to me, and they will happen to you. You are going to have bad things happen. And you can go ahead and say, that is bad. Or you can say, this is great. And I know that this is hard, potentially. My daughter told me the other day, I'm not like you, Dad. Or Daddy, she calls me Daddy. I'm not like you, Daddy. I just can't see the good in everything. Sometimes I'm just upset. And I was like, well, I certainly get upset. But what I've trained my brain to do is to party and succeed when I fail. Now, I saw a talk by Donald Trump one time, and this is pre him being president. It was when he was giving a big talk in front of 10,000 people or 20,000 people at a real estate convention. And he went up to talk about success. One of the first things he said to the audience, and it was very polarizing. I thought he was a very charismatic guy and gave a great presentation. But he basically called out the whole audience and he said, most of you will not succeed. And he did it with a much more gravitas than that. And, there was a bit of attitude, Trump attitude with it. But he accused the audience of being basically slackers, and they will try and they will dabble and they will fail and then they'll quit. And that the ones that will succeed are only ones that will push through that. Now, when I heard his presentation, I thought, he's not clearly defining success in this case. Like, to make $1 billion in real estate, he's probably right. But everybody in that room can choose to succeed and be a phenomenal mother, a phenomenal father, to succeed at being a great friend, a son, a daughter. It doesn't mean that they have to win and be successful in business. They can still be successful in life in other areas. But I also agree with absolutely the frame that most people just give up and quit. And so what I trained myself to do, there was a book I read years ago called Go for No. And it helped me transform my sales process and the meaning that I gave a yes and the meaning that I gave for no. And the outcome was to go for as many no's as you can and celebrate them and be excited for them, because if you went through enough no's, you would definitely find the yeses. But too oftentimes we tend to party when we get the yes. So are you winning or are you losing? Sometimes when you're losing is the best setup for your success. Who I have become through the greatest challenges I have ever had has been a bigger win for me than any of the successes that I've had. Because like I said, I don't know about you, but when I win, I'm so proud of myself. I pat myself on the back, and I don't necessarily consider those things that I need to do to improve. Sometimes when I'm working with my clients and I help them with their marketing, I help them generate more leads, I help them create more sales, I help them stop chasing clients and have clients come to them with the positioning of the authority that they get when they publish a phenomenal book, not a piece of shit book that you do in a weekend. And you can write a great book in a weekend. I'm not saying that you can't, but most people don't put the thought into it to create a phenomenal product that they're proud of that actually helps people. They put together some kind of piece of shit that they publish, and then they know it's a piece of shit, and they talk to people like it's a piece of shit, and people treat them like it's a piece of shit, and then they have something. I didn't know I was going to say piece of shit that much, but you get the idea. They didn't create something that they're proud of. My expertise is in helping people tell their story in such a way that it connects with their audience, and they stop chasing clients, and instead they're just they're a leader, and they're a decision maker, and they get to choose their clients. They get to pick those people that they want to work with versus trying to work with every Tom, Dick, Harry, or jackass that shows up at the door. But part of this is you taking responsibility. I take responsibility for my wins, and I take responsibilities for my losses. But I'll share with you one key distinction. When I win, hold on. Let me share with you the difference between when I lose and when I win. When I lose, I actually celebrate. And I heard Gary Vee talk about this. I think he has a very different perspective than I. It's similar, but it's a little different. Is that I celebrate because when I lose, I know that a win is coming up really soon. I mean, see, when you get your ass handed to you and you fall down and you fail, I know something good is coming. I know that because when I got my car jacked and it was robbed, and I got my house broken into, the girl I was dating at the time, this was years ago, and a couple different circumstances, and some bad stuff happened to me, and she's like, I don't know why I'm attracting all of this to us and to you. Oh my God, I feel like before you met me, everything was awesome. And I was like, hold on a second, who said this is bad? Like, yeah, we got our car broken into. It was an inconvenience, and they stole some of my stuff. But I had insurance to cover it. Yay! And you know what? Even though it's not going to be perfect and it was an inconvenience and all, I know there is a gift in this. If you've been following me at all, you know that I have a core question that I ask all the time, and it's, what's the gift in this? And it helps me look at even the biggest piece of shit and know that there is a diamond or something magnificent inside of it. Like I said, the biggest and greatest gifts you will ever receive do not come wrapped in shiny paper. They're oftentimes wrapped in a package of hardship and heartbreak and failure and challenge. And when I lose or when I fail, I literally start looking around excited because I know there's something awesome coming around the corner. And let's not be confusing here. Like, I will cry, I will get pissed, and I'm definitely somebody that gets angry, and I'm definitely someone who will cry at Disney movies and all kinds of stuff. I will get upset. I definitely try to experience my emotions, but I move through it quickly so I can try to look for the gift. I get through the wrapping paper, which sometimes is a bunch of shit. And I get through it, and then I start looking for the gift and the magic on the other side. And oftentimes I fail again, and I fail again, and I lose again, and it gets even worse. And then I look like a fool, and somebody else thinks I'm a jackass, and I get more and more excited because I know that the win is coming. Because when you can look up, you can get up. And there's everything when you're down in the gutter is a step up. And now here's the crazy thing. When I win, now my wife is good, or such a good winner. She's like, she'll honor the team that she works with everybody so nicely, and she doesn't like brag and stuff, but damn man, this girl celebrates. She loves a win. I'm actually a little bit scared when I win. When I make a sale and I have a new client and I'm like kind of excited, I'm happy for them, but I know the burden of responsibility of producing a result has now fallen on my shoulders. I'm actually a little nervous. I actually start looking around like, who's going to try to sabotage this thing? Who's going to fuck with me? And who's going to fuck with my new friend, my new client, my new family member that it is my responsibility to help serve? So it's kind of crazy that I've transformed the meaning of this. See, I didn't like the roller coaster of constantly looking at the environment around me and deciding that if it was raining, I would be sad. And if it was sunshine, I would be happy. So instead, I looked at it and like, fuck it. When it's sun shining, I'm gonna get a sunburn, and we're gonna go We're gonna play volleyball. Let's go swimming. And when it's raining, I bring out an umbrella, and I can't wait to go sing and dance in the rain, especially when it's warm rain. That's pretty cool. If you live in Florida or visit any hot climates and it's raining, you should get outside because it's just awesome. Go running in the rain, go play in the rain, go dance in the rain, be Fred Astaire, whatever you want to do. And when it snows, because I know it's coming and I know the storm is coming, I take pictures of the storm. I look forward to it. I love all weather. And I don't care whether you give me a yes, I don't care whether you give me a no. I don't care whether I win. I don't care whether I lose. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to quit. And I'm going to look at my failures and I'm going to experience them. I'm going to go, fuck, this sucks. But I know that there is gold inside of it if I can find a way. And the truth is, you only get the choice to have two stories. You can have a story about why you failed, or you can have a story about how you took that, about how you succeeded, about how you transformed the failure into your success. And it doesn't mean that you win every time. It doesn't mean that you still win that race, that you get that girl, that you get that guy. Sometimes you lose the relationship. Sometimes you lose the job. Sometimes the business fails. And thank God that it did. My bankruptcy and my homelessness and the success of the woman I was in love with who left me and took our child and left, and the combination of things that befell me, oh, woe is Trevor, was the coolest, best fucking thing that could have happened to me. And when I first heard somebody share that, he shared a horrific story about somebody jacking him really bad, and it was damaging to him, damaging to the people he loved. And he said it was a gift that he was given when other people had done this evil shit to him. And I lost my mind. I was like, how on earth? Like, I was so upset because at the time someone had wronged me and mine, and I wanted to fucking kill this guy who had done something not nice to my girlfriend. I'll tell you that another time. But through the processing of learning how to go ahead and, instead of blaming somebody, take responsibility and learn forgiveness, I learned that sometimes the worst shit that happens to you, when you can make the worst stuff, the bad stuff, when you can find the good in that, when you can make your worst day your best day because it transformed things for you and the rest of your life. When I got thrown in jail, it was one of the coolest things that ever could have happened to me. I did spend a night in jail for being a little jackass when I was younger. When I filed my bankruptcy, it was one of the best things that could have happened to me. When my high school girlfriend broke up with me or cheated on me in college or whatnot, like it sucked. It wasn't comfortable. I didn't like it. It was not a package that was all wrapped up in shiny paper. But thank God I'm not dating any of those chicks. And thank God I got slapped on the wrist when I was being a little jackass. And thank God I lost the business that was holding me back. And so I don't know if you're winning or you're losing, but I would strongly advise you to reconsider the meaning of your wins and the meaning of your losses. And you get to just choose. See, when you change your story, you change your life. What is your story going to be? Your story about why you failed and you blaming somebody else, or your story about how you succeeded or how you were in the process of transforming and creating your new life? Boom! This is a little bit longer than I had planned, but today we're talking about winning and losing. And my challenge for you is to try to think back on a time in your life when something really freaking bad happened. Something that at the time you bawled your eyes out, you're really upset, it was the worst thing in the world, oh my God. And find the gift in it. Find something that set you up for, some strength that it gave you inside that was actually a magical, delicious, amazing gift from God, that was one of your greatest gifts you've ever received, that you can now look back on and recognize as a transformative moment in your life that ended up setting you up for the job you have today, for the woman you're with, for the man that you're with, for the friends that you have around you, for the relationships that you have. And then take that shit and write it down in a journal and share it with somebody. Share that story with somebody that you care and that you love, and pay this forward. Pay forward the gift and the realization in your own story. So my story is fine, and I'll share with you other stories and other experiences like Donald Trump or Tony Robbins or somebody, one of my clients or something. But it means one thing when I say it, and it means everything when you say it and you share it with someone else with your words. And instead of listening to today's episode or anybody's podcast or any training or course that you go to, and you have this little voice inside of you that says, I've already know that. I've heard that before. He said it really nicely. That was really nice. I know this. I don't know that I need to go to another training where somebody else tells me that. And I don't think I need to hire you because I know what you're telling me. I've heard this before. That is your scarcity-minded, poor mind bullshit. If you are not living it, you do not know it. If you can't teach it and share it to another human, then you do not know it. If you are living it and you have walked the path, then you're a reflection of your ability to go ahead and succeed. You're a reflection of your ability to overcome adversity. You're a reflection of the amount of good and love and contribution that you have made into other people's lives. So all I got for you today. I'm sure there were several daily quotes. We're going to pull some of them out of there for the downloadable PDF. If you like today's show, please like us on iTunes, and I'm giving you a free gift. I'm giving you one of my books. It's one of my favorite books that I wrote. I actually wrote it, sat down, and got it done in 24 hours. I love telling that story to you. Maybe I'll tell it to you another time. But it's my book, High Paying Clients. It's about how you can find and attract and convert high-paying clients. It's my free gift to you if you just shoot me an email with a screenshot or send me a Facebook message with a screenshot of you giving me a review on iTunes. That would be phenomenal. Please share this podcast with somebody else that you know, love, and care about. And that's it. I can't wait to see you tomorrow on another Daily Dose of Greatness Quest. And very soon, I'm going to be in the Bahamas, and I can't wait to shoot those podcasts there for you. All right, have a great day.
To get even more awesomeness, which means all my best stuff, download my app by texting Trevor to 36260. It will show up right on your cell phone. Just text message the word Trevor to 36260. Talk to you soon.